first game of the season for the men's hockey team is a wrap. I'm Victoria Giuliano, joined alongside by MJ Baird here at High Point Solutions Arena. The game ended with a 2-1 victory coming from Quinnipiac, and while this was the final score, this is really not the story of the game, MJ. The story of the game was definitely the penalties. How did you see that play into this game?
Well, as you said, penalties were a huge factor, and it's important because there's a lot of players on the ice. Quinnipiac dressed all the players that were eligible to play, so there's some new faces out there who either A, haven't seen any action if they're a freshman or a transfer, or B, haven't seen a lot of action if they didn't get that much time last year. That being said, McGill, a team from Canada, comes down here. I talked to one of their coaches in the press box. They are allowed to fight, technically. The rule goes as follows. Each player has one fight per year. If you do fight, you're thrown out of the game. If in a different game you get in a second fight, you're also thrown out and you face a suspension following that. So yes, this team has a physical edge, so I'm not really surprised with the 24 penalties total combined for both of these, including a game misconduct for McGill, for a major misconduct for an elbow. It was a kind of a dirty play, hit on I believe it was Tommy Shuck coming across the middle. So yes, this was a physical game. The after the whistle stuff, Ren Pecknold even said after the game, he called it a little disappointing to see that. Connor Clifton mentioned too, Quinnipiac tries to stay out of that stuff. They want the power plays. They want that man advantage. So it's a college hockey though. It's not surprising.
And you said they wanted all these power plays and they wanted these advantages. They definitely got them. I mean, there were 2 5-minute majors. There were a slew of penalties, as you said, but they only had one power play goal. Why weren't they able to capitalize as much on the power play?
You know, Quinnipiac power play, obviously, they lost big numbers from last year. Devon Taves, Travis St. Dennis, and Sam Annis, all 3 on the first power play unit. That being said, Quinnipiac did a good job today passing the puck around the perimeter of the ice, but they didn't really get that many shots on net. And that is just a tribute to McGill and how well they blocked shots and closed down the center of the ice so Quinnipiac couldn't get men or pucks to the front.
Okay, and then what else did you see? What did you see from Quinnipiac's offense tonight, aside from the power plays?
I think they did a good job. Like I said before, they had everyone dressed, so there's a lot of freshmen out there. Ren Pecknold still trying to feel out his lines. Obviously, I would say nothing that we saw on the line chart today can be much reflective of what's going to happen next weekend in the season regular season opener. But it's good to see some of the freshmen out there moving around. Kevin Dwayne, the transfer, he had to sit out last year, so he's back on the ice for real games. So I think it's all good stuff.
And then there were 3 goalies who played, a different goalie every single period. Ren Pecknold wouldn't tell us who was going to be playing this coming year. He said he never does that. What did you see from these 3 goalies, and who do you think is going to be the top contender going into the regular season? Each
goalie got a period tonight. Shortridge had the first, Lawrence in the second, and Chul in the third. I think it was a really good job from all of them. It was tough for Lawrence and Chul because they didn't get, they warmed up at the beginning of the game, and then they had to sit and relax and stuff, and then go out and play. So that was tough. I don't know. I think it's too early to name a starter. I think it's going to be tough.
All right, and so I'm Victoria Giuliano, joined by MJ Baird. Next week, Quinnipiac takes on Northeastern at home Friday and Saturday. We'll be back with you guys. For more information, follow us on Twitter at Q30 Sports and check us out on our website at www.q30television.com. We'll see you next time.